sales is the most lucrative skill in the world, period. The problem is most sales advice out there today is outdated, cheesy, and can even keep you from getting the deals that can make all the difference in your career. This is the No BS Sales School, a podcast for entrepreneurs and salespeople who want to master the skill of selling without all the BS. I had a coaching call with one of my clients today. He owns a marketing business. He's really smart. We're having a great conversation. He said, I can make sales. He said, I've got a good pipeline. He said, the problem is I need to make more money. I said, tell me more about that. And he said, I'm looking at I need to raise my monthly recurring revenue and and how do I do that? And what we figured out was that he has been averaging clients that can spend about $20,000 with him for the past year or so. About $20,000 per project. And I said, why is that? He said, well, that's what I've been kind of comfortable doing. I said, so let's get a little gritty here for a second. I said, how much money do you think you deserve to make in a year? How much money do you think you deserve to make in a year? And he was like, ooh, that's tough. And I said, well, let's go back for a second. I said, tell me about your parents. How much money did they make? We just kind of talked back and forth. And I said, because that's where your expectations are going to come from. Same with me. And he said, my parents, they had a couple of years that did okay, but they struggled a lot, and they really struggled a lot. And he said, we were broke a bunch. And I said, so what kind of message do you think that left in you? And he said, maybe that struggling is the way I'm supposed to be. And so as we talk further, I went back to a philosophy that I had, something that I read that was, the whole world is me versus me. My whole life is me versus me. What am I? I got to get out of my own damn way, just like everybody does. We got to get out of our own damn way. And I said to my client, why not $30,000? He said, what do you mean? I said, you're quoting these prices. I said, suppose you quote $30,000 or $40,000. He said, well, then I wouldn't have very many clients. I said, how do you know? I said, you don't charge by the hour. I said, are you getting in front of people that can give you $30 or $40 or $50 or $100,000? Because do you think you help people that way? Right? And so he has to get out of his way. This guy does great work. He does super work. But the number he's comfortable throwing out there is $15,000 to $20,000. I said, suppose you just challenge yourself a little bit and said $20,000 to $25,000 or $20,000 to $30,000 or $25,000 to $30,000. I said, how many more clients do you need to get at, say, $30,000? How much easier is that to get to the number you're looking for? And the same is true for most of us. We're making the money that we believe we deserve right now. Each of us has put ourselves in a position to make the money we believe that we're worth. Now, that pisses some people off when they hear that. I'm worth more than this. But if you truly believed you're worth more than that, you'd be doing something different, or you'd be making that money. Think about the CEOs. These guys, sorry bastards that, run a company into the ground. They're used to making 10, 20, 50, $100 million a year. And you find they've gotten another job 6 months later at 10, 20, 50, $100 million a year. Why? Because that's what they feel like they deserve. Those are the jobs they go after. That's the kind of business they go after. Think about the best people in your company, the people that make the most money in your company. They're making that money because they believe they deserve to. They set themselves up to do that. And you might say, no, I deserve more. I deserve more. Well, if you really believe you deserve more, you'd be doing shit to make more money. The lesson here is inspect what you expect. What do you expect to happen? How much money do you expect to make? Really? How much? Think about this. This word is so hypercharged. How much money do you deserve to make? That's where it's all that head trash from childhood, the head trash in your parents. That's where that shit comes in. How much money do you deserve to make? Is that number $250,000? Is it $500,000? Is it $1 million? Why is there a limit? Why is there a limit at all? Why? Because we put it on ourselves, right? This is what we think we deserve to make. You got to challenge your words there. Challenge your belief. Begin to, whatever it is for you, write in your journal. I'm worth $1 million a year. I deserve to make $1 million a year in income. Have that be one of the things. And then what do I have to do that? What kind of clients do I have to do that? Who do I need to be talking to if that's the kind of money I want to make, I deserve to make? What you'll find is you'll drop down to the level you truly believe you deserve to make. Challenge yourself. I know this sounds trite, there is no limit. Where does the deserve thing come from? Challenge that. Figure out where it comes from and say, hey, listen, this is me versus me. Why am I believing that? Why not twice that? Why not 5 times that? And then do the things. Talk to the people. Talk to the prospects. Talk to the companies. Talk to the place where you can get a job where you can make that kind of money. Don't sit around and say, I deserve more, and do the same damn thing. I'm Walker McKay with No BS Sales. If you want help figuring out why you deserve more than what you're getting right now, and you want to figure out what the hell to do about it, Walker at WalkerMcKay.com. Look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast. If you haven't already, please take 1 minute to write a quick review for the show. It really does make a huge difference. Also, subscribe to the show and please forward this episode to somebody else who needs to hear it. As a bonus for listening, I'm going to give you access to a free mini course, 7 expensive sales mistakes you're making and what you can do about it. Go to www.7salesmistakes.com and get access to the free mini course. That's the number 7salesmistakes.com. Thanks again for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast.